The Pittsburgh Steelers are just one quarter away from delivering their fans the win they've been expecting all week. It's looking more and more like their high-powered offense is just too much for the Jacksonville Jaguars as Pittsburgh leads 17-3. RB James Conner has led the way so far for the Steelers, as he has picked up 87 yards on the ground on 11 carries. Jacksonville has been led by RB James Robinson, who so far has picked up 72 yards on the ground on 16 carries. This is the least points Jacksonville has had yet this season going into the fourth quarter. Pittsburgh at JacksonvilleCurrent Records, Pittsburgh 9-0, Jacksonville 1-8. The Pittsburgh Steelers will square off against the Jacksonville Jaguars at 1 p.m. ET Sunday at TIAA Bank Field. The Steelers are cruising in on a 9-game winning streak while Jacksonville is stumbling in off of 8 consecutive losses. You're bound to get a positive result if you outscore your opponent every quarter, and that's exactly how it played out for Pittsburgh last week. They were the clear victors by a 36-10 margin over the Cincinnati Bengals. The game was all but wrapped up at the end of the third, by which point Pittsburgh had established a 29-7 advantage. Their QB Ben Roethlisberger did his thing and passed for 4 TDs and 333 yards on 46 attempts. Roethlisberger ended up with a passer rating of 148.20. Special teams collected 12 points for Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell delivered a perfect 3-for-3 game. There was early excitement for Jacksonville after they claimed the game's first points last week, but it was the Green Bay Packers who ended up claiming the real prize. The Jaguars were within striking distance but couldn't close the gap as they fell 24-20 to Green Bay. One thing holding Jacksonville back was the mediocre play of QB Jake Luton, who did not have his best game. Despite one touchdown, he threw one interception with only 169 yards passing. Pittsburgh is the favorite in this one, with an expected 10.5-point margin of victory. They have been consistent moneymakers against the spread when favored 5-2, so they might be worth a quick bet. Pittsburgh's victory lifted them to 9-0 while Jacksonville's defeat dropped them down to 1-8. Pittsburgh has been dynamite on the offensive side of the ball, averaging 11 points per game. We'll see if Jacksonville can find some way to disarm them. The Steelers are a Big 10.5-point favorite against the Jaguars, according to the latest NFL odds. The oddsmakers had a good feel for the line for this one, as the game opened with the Steelers as a 10-point favorite. See NFL picks for every single game, including this one, from SportsLine's advanced computer model. Get picks now. Jacksonville have won 2 out of their last 3 games against Pittsburgh.